Hello and welcome to another video with Guitar Tuition East London. My name's Darryl and I'm here to help you learn the guitar. Today we're going to take a look at how to improve your strumming patterns so that you can sound like this. Cool, okay, so strumming patterns are one of the things that as a beginner you want to get to sound really good. I get that. Because once you've got these basic chords down, it's not about what's happening in this hand so much that makes a difference in how you sound in your fretting hand. It's more about what happens in your strumming hand. So let's solve that today. Before we take a look at that, I want to talk about some common issues that you might be having in terms of how it sounds, just so we can understand where they're coming from, and then we'll go through to solve them. So one of the big issues that I see people doing when they're strumming is their strumming sounds like this. Okay, now that is what I call the on-off switch strumming, which is where we're literally just like a light switch, on, off, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now, that's cool, you've got the idea of down and up. The big problem with it is you're playing in a musical instrument here, and that's like you're beating the musical instrument with a club, and it doesn't sound very musical. So one of the first things you can do to start to address that particular problem is, instead of strumming all the strings at the same speed, where we just go through them, up, down, try and imagine that your guitar strings is a bit more like stroking a cat than it is beating a cat to death, okay? What you're doing now is beating the cat to death. We actually want to keep this cat in our lives, so when you stroke or strum your guitar, I was about to get into a weird cat analogy there, when you strum your guitar, instead of strumming all of the strings at the same speed, try strumming the first few of them slightly slower, and then speed up on the other ones. So it's like slow, fast, okay? And then try the same in the opposite direction, so slow, fast. Now, as you're doing this, one of the other common problems I find is that people are trying to force their pick through the strings really hard. Now, it should be the case that you want your pick to just bounce. You want it to be bouncing off the strings to get that nice sound. Notice if I try and force it through too heavily. There's times when that's appropriate, but most of the time, that will sound a lot nicer if you're letting it bounce. Okay, now that's the simple end of things. If you can replace that with the way that you're strumming now, like an on-off switch, to being something that's got some dynamic and some movement to it, in terms of speed, you will instantly begin to sound a lot better. So have a practice at that. But let's take a look at something else which is going to improve your playing even more. And if you've already heard that one, this one's going to make a big difference to what you're doing now. So the second thing I'd like to show you is how to split up the guitar when you're strumming. So instead of strumming all the strings, we're going to be strumming parts at the same time. So we're going to take a strumming pattern that's as simple as this. We're going to go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And if I was to go 1, 2, 3, 4, so I go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? Now, on the very first beat, And the third beat, I'm going to have a little picture underneath here, which is on the very first beat, you are going to only pick the lowest string of your chord. Okay? And then on the third beat, you're only going to pick the lowest string of your chord. On all the other places where you play, you're going to strum the higher 3 or 4 strings. So it will sound like this. We've got low, high, 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 low, high, 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 low. So we're splitting the neck up. So now instead of sounding like this, world's most boring strumming pattern, you can now split up. Split up the strumming pattern so it sounds a lot nicer. Have a go at practicing that. This will work with any strumming pattern you can already play if you do the following. What you want to do is take the strumming pattern that you've got and just replace at least the very first beat of your strumming pattern with just playing the low note. So, and then all the rest of them with just strumming the top 4 strings or so. So say I had a brown-eyed girl. I could take that strumming pattern and go. And it begins to sound cool. Have fun trying this. It's really, really good for making your strumming sound a lot better, a lot more pro sounding, and it'll make you into a guitarist which other people want to play with. Keep practicing. I'm Darryl. If you like today's video, please like, comment and subscribe to us on YouTube. I'm a guitar teacher from London in the UK. If you're a student of guitar or you'd like to be a student of guitar in London, please get in touch. I would love to help you. Click on our website below. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to us on YouTube. We've always got more content devoted to helping you become a better guitar player.